I think we see at the start of the new year the same thing every year. It's when gym memberships peak. It's when everybody, you know, buys a new exercise bike or exercise equipment at home or a new mountain bike, a new this, a new that, and commits that, all right, I'm changing everything. I'm going to get off the couch. I'm going to get active. Well, that's great, but or it's changes in diet. I'm going vegan. Well, I hope you don't do that. I think you need protein, and I believe in the carnivore diet, that high protein, low carb, healthy fats that the food pyramid has been upside down for 30 plus years, and that is all changing and rapidly evolving for people to understand that we've been lied to. And if you look at Americans from the 60s and 70s and what we have today, and the absolute epidemic of obesity related to carbohydrates and processed food, it's scary, and particularly affecting our children and generations to come. And so there is a shift going on. And I think that as you look at the new year and say, all right, I don't like the way things have ended up. I certainly haven't felt good this week. Today's the day. Then it's time to invest in yourself. It's a paradigm shift. We're not paying for bad health and insurance plan that takes care of disasters. We're investing in longevity in the future and vitality and a better lifestyle. And so the key would be to get tested right away. And you can easily click on the link below on our website or call the office. We send people to LabCorp and Quest all over the country and labs internationally as well. And, Mexico, Europe, I deal with people every place, finding out what's going on, trying to identify. And not only that, identify what are your goals? What do you want to do this year? If you want to succeed in business and in life and being a great spouse or partner or mom or dad, you have to feel your best. You can't drag yourself through with low cortisol, high cortisol, low testosterone. It's out of your control. And it is unfortunately often not recognized when you go in for, quote, your annual physical or go to see your family doctor, OB-GYN, unless you're seeing a functional medicine doctor or an anti-aging, regenerative, longevity specialist like myself. They're not going to look at the same things, and they aren't going to recognize the ranges that you need to be in where you were in your early 20s when you felt completely at your best and bulletproof. And we all just took everything for granted and worked hard, whether you slept all night or not. And, whether that's not necessarily good. We all did a lot of stupid things and neglected our bodies and somehow made it through. But a time comes when that's not, it's not working. And we tend to look inside, I think, and have a retrospectoscope at January 1st or December 31st to look at the time of year and say, all right, I need to make some changes. What can I do that's within my budget, that makes sense? And it's diet, nutrition, exercise, good micronutrients, but there's often more than that. And you may need help optimizing hormone levels years before menopause. And for young men, years before you would think you would suffer from male andropause. We didn't used to see that until you were in your 50s or 60s. And I see low testosterone levels all the time in 30 plus year old guys and a handful of 20-year-olds. So, it's very important to have what we call a strong index of suspicion, just to be on the lookout, trying to do our best. What else can I do? And if not, then get some help. There's a lot of experts out there like myself that we're passionate about doing this and helping people, really reach their full potential. My background is sports medicine. I did 30 plus years as a Division I team physician at the University of North Texas. I've been an Olympic doctor 4 different times. I've done stuff from the WWE and sewing up the Undertaker to college athletes and everyday weekend athletes. And, and it's all still the same. We want to help people perform at their best. And there comes a time when you can't without a little help. And so if it just doesn't seem to be fitting together, or you think you may be a candidate, you probably are. So feel free to give us a shout, call us, text us, email us, do whatever, and we'll help try to get to the bottom of things for you.